Thank you to Huel for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit. What is happening there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are here for the final episode of this beloved, massive series, Squid Game. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, for us to give our honest thoughts and feelings during the reaction, it's important we're honest with our thoughts and feelings beforehand. So, John, how are you feeling?
I am good. It's been a good day so far for the most part, and oh man, it doesn't feel real that this is like the end of the show, and I'm like, God, I can't even imagine quite what the end's going to be, but I am really excited that we're here together sharing this. This has been like, especially given the gap, it has been like a long journey.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like it's longer than it has been in some ways, and so, yeah, I'm grateful that we made it, and I hope it's a good episode. How are you feeling? I'm
feeling good overall. Admittedly, it's been a bit of a frazzle-dazzle day. I've had like 5 to 6 a.m. wake-ups for the past few days, and it's been a lot handling. I took some deep breaths, and I'm feeling good watching this, and we're going to have a good old time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a good old time. So please, leave a like on this video, and hey, to our patrons, our Royal Rejects, thank you for following us over at our Patreon. That's where you get the full-length reaction watch-along, where you get to sync up with your own copy of Squid Game. And it's like we're sitting on the couch with you, ruining the entire thing, because we don't shut up. But no, it's a great time, and thank you. We also cover several things over there exclusively, leave highlights and watch-alongs included. And, of course, I want to shout out our righteous rejects, those who buy our Reject apparel. John and I had the same idea. We did not consult. This was the very first shirt we ever constructed. The one of both Squid Game and Stranger Things, a little combination of Vecna and Ilnam. And yeah, but we got a bunch of newer shirts and crazier, but better shirts. Any tee you buy is a fantastic way to support the channel, especially as we're dealing with a crazy amount of copyright claims and strikes and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Let's put that all to the side and enjoy the show and then have a long discussion afterwards. Woo. Boats never look so cool.
No.
잠깐만요. 저는 한패가 아닙니다. 저놈들한테서.
Yeah, thank God you didn't just cap him right off the bat.
I would love it if he just killed him.
Yes, half expected.
All that work.
확인할 게 있으니까 움직이지 마. 그 게임에 참가한 겁니까?
Bet your ass.
거기서 도망쳐 나온 겁니다.
It's a shame they didn't have a drawing-based game for this guy.
Just straight.
저기.
If you had just driven straight, even without this action scene, you would have found it.
Yeah, but what fun is it without a little action?
Humans are ...
What are they?
Horses, that's what they
They're
are.
horses, rats, meat.
Yeah.
참가자들은 다음 단계로 이동해 주시기 바랍니다.
There's a real moment of conflict.
Yeah, I hate this.
I mean, no, Bitcoin should die.
No. Bitcoin and Gi-hun now agree to throw the baby.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure we got there.
No, you must bring the player. That's your protection.
Yeah, he's going to make the sling again.
But I can see Bitcoin killing the baby.
Sadly.
He's so driven by money. He's like, I could buy 5 babies.
I can adopt. Wow, man.
아이만 넘겨. 당신은 거기 남고.
What the hell is he doing?
No, he's got to cross the platform.
그럼 다음 단계 너와 이 아이 둘 중 하나가 탈락해.
Yeah, dude, think it through.
You
Jesus
idiot.
Christ, god damn.
알고 있어. 너 설마
Damn,
네
dude.
손으로 이 아이를 죽이고
Holy shit, he's actually gonna do it, or planning to.
가지고 여길 나가겠다고? 아이 넘겨.
5분 후에 다리가 끊어집니다.
Ugh.
5분 안에 다음 단계로 이동해 주세요.
Of course they planned for something like this.
How can you live with yourself, man? How can you? Like,
This is a hard choice for 4, 5, 6.
Check that baby in my mouth!
잠시 가보셔야겠습니다.
I think this actress has really made this storyline worth it. I love watching it.
Damn, burn it all. Even better.
I mean, but this is the evidence.
It is, but I guess it's also their like means of finding these people.
Yeah, this is all the evidence, though. You're kind of helping them. You should have just burned the one thing.
Take one book. Take one of the old ones. What's that?
4분 남았습니다.
아이, 내 노라니까!
Wow.
우리가 못 건너가면
All die.
너도 죽어. 그럼 여기서 다 같이 죽든가.
Dude,
You're so frustrating,
the
man.
ultimate snake.
섬에서 1km 북쪽 해상입니다. 현재 레이더상에는 느리게 다가오고 있습니다.
You better pick up the pace, gang.
해경에 연락했어요. 여기 위치 보냈으니까 2시간 안에 이쪽으로 올 겁니다.
감사합니다.
We ain't got 2 hours.
혼자 괜찮겠어요?
해경이 도착하면 전부 사실대로 얘기하세요. 일이 끝나면 모든 책임은 제가 지겠습니다.
하려던 일이나 마무리 잘해요.
Go find your bro.
아이, 내 노라니까!
Can't believe Gi-hun made it to the end again. Fucking wild. He really is the champ.
내가 탈락자가 돼줄게.
Wow, Gi-hun.
당신 내가 호구로 보여? 그렇게 슬쩍 넘어와서 난 밀어 죽이고 혼자서 상금 다 처먹으려고.
He already has a shit ton of money.
I don't need the money, dog, yeah.
역시 대단하네. 하마터면 속을 뻔했어 당신 연기에.
Okay, yeah, we just gotta make Bitcoin a little more unlikable. So,
너도 아이도 살아.
왜? 당신이 도대체 뭔데?
약속을 했어. 지켜주겠다고.
약속? 누구랑 준이랑?
yes.
Yeah,
yes, you
dude.
did.
Who else?
당신 준이랑 무슨 사이야? 밖에서 원래
Dude,
알던
what
사이야?
just
설마 이
happened?
안에서 무슨 일 있었던 거야?
The paranoia just kicked in.
처음부터 이상하다 생각했어 이 씨발.
정신 차리고 내 말 들어.
Yeah, man.
시간 없어.
그러니까 족가는 소리 하지 말고 애 다리 위에 올려둬.
He's also unraveling because Gi-hun isn't making the choices he wants him to make or expects he would make. Like, constantly choosing the right thing is probably making him unravel harder and harder.
I mean, he's just in like the craziest inner turmoil and paranoia right now.
Oh, shit.
Just gonna find information on our kid.
Do they have it? Maybe they have one of 246's park caricatures.
The next Squid Games is a bunch of babies.
Hey, Squid Game kids.
빨리.
Slide the baby over, nice and slow.
I feel like it's been like 10 minutes.
They did that one very accurate clock bit.
Why? Just pick it up. Just pick it up.
Yeah, what are you gonna do if he charges you with that thing? It's only gonna make your defense that much harder. Let's go. Come on, Gi-hun.
Move faster, Gi-hun.
You gotta make sure there are no loud Spider-Man blood drops. Oh no. Change your heart, man.
5 seconds.
Gi-hun's got eyes in the back of his head.
Run, Gi-hun.
Run, Gi-hun. Oh my god. Oh my god. Go, my man. Woo.
That's my Jedi.
Yes. Ranged weapon and a CQC. I hope Junho enters through the back of this particular game. Okay. Defector. Went to have fun at a theme park.
Tracking her incessantly.
Wow.
Husband executed.
Damn, dude.
Daughter dead?
dead.
Oh, hell no. She's got to bring this game down.
How do you know, though? Is that a verified?
그새 생각이 바뀌셨나?
난 자격이 없어.
Yeah, dude. Wow. Just use his force against him. Ow!
Oh, you have to press the button. It won't count unless you press the button.
Whoa, dude.
No, press the button.
Damn. Of course.
No, press the
God,
button.
dude.
You must press the button.
Come on, Gi-hun. Come on, Gi-hun. Ah, shit, dude. Fucking hate you, dude.
I know, he is the worst.
가영이야. 확 던져버릴 거야.
Oh Oh my God.
Fucking influencers. No, I know you can do it.
I don't think you actually can.
I think you do it. I feel like if they offered him more money, he'd do it.
Convince yourself, man.
It's your own flesh and blood, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is a stressful ass situation. Someone has to press the button.
Come on, Inho. Just come out and shoot him.
Nice.
Smart, Gi-hun. Smart.
Nice.
Ow. But that sucks a lot. Ow.
Gi-hun's found himself in another knife battle in Squid Game again.
Oh, but he's got the adrenaline rush. Whoa! Hey, yeah. Freaking rebar. That freaking rebar, dude.
You have to press. No one press the button.
Nope. No, of course. This is all you, man.
Oh my God. Have a Hans Gruber fall. Oh, no one pressed the button. I swear, if they do some technicality bullshit.
Oh, this sucks.
Oh, the sadness on
This
his
sucks
face.
so hard.
Whoa, putain, someone is climbing back up.
That's 456.
Yes, you did not hear the announcement that he had died, so you should assume.
No one's ever won it twice before, right?
I hate this.
I mean, if he presses the button now, will it still count?
No, I'm sure it won't. Not the way these assholes operate.
Don't play their game. Do not play their game.
I wonder if they... Oh, the drone. Oh, God damn it.
No.
They have their own proprietary drone.
It's a cool reveal. They even brand their drones.
Yeah, that's funny. Whoever's on the marketing team is the true winner of the games.
Hasn't have like a fire alarm system in here?
Yeah, you would think.
마지막 게임이 시작되었습니다. 제한 시간은
Oh, guys, no.
No.
Not both of you.
No.
Not both of you.
This is so friggin' sad. This is horrifically sad.
Come on, Gi-hun. Have your villain turn.
Oh, it's...
The baby, yeah.
Yeah.
It's on an intercom? Oh, that's right, because she's in the room.
God damn, what a moment. Oh, she could save him.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you waiting for, 456? Just end it already.
I get it. Some goodbyes take time.
I think maybe they killed her husband and dad so they can control her and bring her back in some way.
Oh, man. Soaking up the last few minutes of life you have left.
You're the best of us, Gi-hun.
So much in his face this whole season. Oh, no. Oh, my God, dude. Oh. It's the best CG baby I've ever seen. Oh, buddy. Two wrapped in 456. Come on.
Are you guys sulking about this? You guys
Daddy.
feeling like downtrodden?
Do you get it now?
Are you moved?
Yeah. Are you searching your souls?
우리 말이 아니야.
Wow. Oh no.
사람이야.
Oh no.
사람은
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
No, 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 no.
What the fuck? Oh man. He never even got to see his daughter.
It's good TV, right, gang?
I'm shocked right now. I did not think that would actually happen.
456번
What the fuck?
탈락.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
No punch pulled. Oh, what a fascinating circle of life moment.
게임이 종료되었습니다.
해경 함정이 섬 쪽으로 다가옵니다. 철수 시작해.
There's no way he could have survived that.
모든 인원은 즉시 업무를 멈추고
Self-destruct button. Well, that can't be good. Yeah, you better go grab that baby before it gets blown sky high.
And his money's just in that like room, isn't it?
Oof, oof. God damn. Whoa. Whoa, no. Ugh. Ah, crap, Black Mirror. Oh, come on. VIP fight scene.
He just needs a showdown with his bro. What are you gonna do?
Jesus. No.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Because he's just too far gone.
Oh god, that hurts, huh? That is a painful ass thing, dude.
Is he gonna raise that baby? Start over?
There's like not much time left on the show.
And for the baby to go get a K-pop hairdo when this is all said and done. Oh, never mind. Clock's run out.
Is our detective gonna get out of here?
Yeah, I don't know.
3, 2, 1.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, this beautiful shot.
Well
Right
done,
in the
man.
eyes. Oh my god, this dude did all this for the whole goddamn 2 seasons.
Just to get in for 5 minutes, not get a question answered, and have to run right back out again.
Oh, jeez.
Spit off. Justice for Junho.
What the hell?
Of course, you got a special friggin' pink door.
Oh, is this Gi-hun's money? The baby's now 15 years old.
Yep. Is performing at the same theme park and training to do caricatures. Hey. At least we could get our old jobs back.
Does she reveal who she really is to him?
전에 어디서 한번 뵌 적이 있는 것 같아서요.
You have no idea, dude.
Yeah.
전에 여기서 잠깐 일한 적 있어요.
아, 그리는데 자꾸 익숙한 느낌이 들더라고요. 아빠. 아, 왔어.
네, 토끼랑 사진도 찍었어.
Oh, she looks so healthy.
Oh, it's your character.
안녕 나연아.
안녕하세요.
우리 나연이를 아세요?
여기서 일할 때 들었어요.
아, 그러시구나.
Oh,
건강해 보이네요.
주위에 여러분들이 도와주셔가지고요.
you didn't even need that Squid Game money.
감사합니다.
더 이상 아프면 안 돼.
네.
Oh, little one.
저기 그림이 아직 완성이 덜 됐는데.
다음에 다시 올게요.
Aw. And I'll just keep coming back week after week.
God, I feel so hollow right now.
I know.
여보세요.
또 신나요? 전화번호 왜 바꾼 거야? 내가 통화하는다고 얼마나 고생한 줄 알아? 아, 남남북녀 방만줄이야. 또 신다
Oh my God.
Oh my God, is she actually alive?
너무 놀라지 말고 들어. 중국에서 노을씨 딸을 봤다는 사람이 있어.
What?
Whoa.
딸 이름 한송이 맞지? 노을씨 내 말 듣고 있네?
Whoa.
Damn.
형택 씨.
갈게요. 그래. 연락해.
Hey, my man.
회사님.
황영!
Bro. Oh.
교도소가 옛날이랑 많이 달라졌어. 시설이 좋으니까 웬만한 모텔보다 낫.
You ain't
bet.
in American prison.
Can also get a workout in. Yeah.
황영은 이제 뭐 할 건데?
경찰이요. 이 난리를 치고요.
They wouldn't let him back in.
그럼 나랑 같이 일할래? 아니 대부업이 생각해보면 괜찮아.
Yeah, sure.
모텔에 있던 돈은 진짜 다 없어졌어?
네, 제가 갔을 땐 이미 그 방은 비어 있었어요.
That fucking sucks.
In-ho's got that shit.
설마 송 사장이?
저도 그랬으면 좋겠네요.
God, if only.
I'm so conflicted right now.
Wow. Dang. The little pink ribbon. It's a gift card. Oh, Christ. No. No. No.
Oh my God, just oh,
Damn.
his name's on the card.
Let's go, Jun-ho.
That's why I take it. You wanted to know why.
Why don't they have their own proprietary bank and cards?
Two.
It's a very easy pin to figure out.
$100.
A weekly allowance. Woof.
Take it. Buy the police force.
And dedicate all of your resources to finding In-ho. Global search.
아이고 새벽에 어머니 어서 오셔. 고생 많았습니다.
철아 뭐해? 인사해야지. 주라 많이 컸구나.
Serious.
So much distance.
미안하다. 내가 너무 늦게 왔지.
Oh.
Man, we haven't checked in with him like all season.
Oh. Hey. Flight to China?
One last chance on hope.
혹시 나가는 날이 오늘이었어?
네, 지금 공항이에요.
연길공항에 도착하면은 사람이 나와 있을 거니까 잘 다녀와.
Guy seems like he likes his job when he succeeds.
아이, 꼭 찾아서 와야 돼.
Yeah, man. Serious.
Man, my heart's racing. I've had like anxiety for some reason. I don't even know why. I'm turning into Bitcoin.
이거 싹 다 고쳐서 라스베가스 호텔처럼 한번 만들어 보자.
So much
Gonna
anxiety.
scoot
Yeah.
over here.
I'm like checking my pulses. It's like, oh my God, my heart's racing for some reason.
그 형사놈이 먹고 주댕이 확 닦아본 거 아닐까요?
I mean, he does have a shit ton of money now.
송 사장 말고는 여기 돈 있는 거 아는 사람이 하밖에 없담소요.
아, 어떤 새끼가 가져간 거야? 씨.
Los Angeles.
Oh, Squid Game LA. If they set up a Squid Game in K-Town, I'm going to lose my mind.
I'm going to go to the Netflix building.
Make it real meta. And then In-ho creates the Squid Game Netflix game show. Oh my God.
His daughter.
It's Gi-hun's daughter.
His daughter.
혹시 여기가 성가영 시절입니까?
Oh, that's right. I forgot she went to LA.
전데요. 누구세요?
성균 씨를 아는 사람입니다.
Oh, man.
가영 씨에게 전해드릴 게 있어서 왔습니다.
아빠가 보냈어요.
Poor girl.
어떻게 사는지 한번 보고 오래요. 가서 아빠한테 전해주세요. 난 이제 아빠가 연락을 하든 말든 상관없다고.
Oh, boy.
그냥 아빠는 없는 셈 치고 살 거라고. 그러니까 관심 끊으라고.
이건 성균 씨 유품입니다.
Oh, boy.
성균 씨께서 돌아가셨습니다. 가영 양에게 남기신 겁니다.
Oh.
This poor girl.
Ooh. God, the jumpsuit is crazy. And the rest of that prize money. Oh, Card's good until 2035. I wonder what the exchange rate for that is.
It's probably like 25 million.
No. They're
playing it out here in Squid Game LA?
No. Season 4. Wow. They're playing Duck G
Against the homeless out here.
in Los Angeles. Whoa! What the fuck?
Oh my god. Are they going to do a Squid Game LA spinoff?
What?
Cate Blanchett? What? This is fucking trippy.
This is insane. She the real boss?
Let's go again.
Let's go again.
As you wish.
As you wish.
What are the odds that he would bump into this?
What you thinking, man? It doesn't hit the same as it used to.
Oh my god, Netflix must have made some weird ass deal.
What? What?
Fucking Cate Blanchett. It's fucking wild.
Wow. Wow. It just moves someplace else.
What a fucking trip.
Yeah.
What a trip.
Truly a trip. Truly a trip.
That last 5 minutes brought me to so much tears, followed by the craziest cameo that you could have ever thrown in here.
Yeah, the biggest last minute left turn.
Because she's not like, you know, there's certain actors who make cameos where it's like kind of funny that they're there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was like Channing Tatum or some shit.
Yeah.
But like Cate Blanchett's like a well-regarded, like high caliber prestige actor. You know, that's not some like goofy thing. Like, what the fuck? They must be really setting something up.
Well, and it's like good casting because Cate Blanchett is like is certainly like a prestige performer, but also has a sort of not quite Tilda Swinton levels of otherworldly, but she still has this like otherworldly kind of quality about her that is well chosen for this weirdo little world.
Yeah, damn. All right, well, Reject Nation. I've been following a specific macro plan all year. Well, at the end of January. At the end of January, I weighed 218 pounds. Here's a photo. And as of this week, I'm down to 173, and here's a good lighting photo. It's coming in. I'm so close. I got to do a photo shoot. Anyway, part of hitting my goals means being extra intentional about what I put into my body. And one of those things that's helped me stay on track is this little bad boy right here. This is Huel's Black Edition Ready to Drink. Cheers. It's a full meal in a bottle. I just love chocolate. This is such a good chocolate drink. It's packed with 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, slow release carbs, and very important for me, it's low in sugar. Diabetes and heart disease runs in my family, so I have to be extra careful when it comes to stuff like that. And this drink keeps me fueled, not just full. And yeah, my schedule's kind of all over the place. I'm working, filming, working out. So I need something that's quick, convenient, reliable, that won't sabotage my progress. And the taste, legit, it is smooth. I just want to keep drinking it and not talk to you right now. And it doesn't have that chalky thing that a lot of those shakes have. You know what I'm talking about. And they got a variety of different flavors. Chocolate is still my favorite one. And it's great that Huel shipped around 500 million meals around the world. So if you're trying to stay dialed in like myself or just save time while eating, a great way to support your body and a great way to support the channel too. You can go to Huel.com/rejects and use code REJECTS to get 15% off your first order. Minimum $75. Huel.com/rejects and use code REJECTS to get 15% off. Fuel your body right, even when life's busy. You will not regret it. Thank you, Huel, for being a part of my fitness journey. Prepper, thanks for putting down these highlights. We got some stuff to talk about here. Mm-hmm. Okay, where to begin? Yeah, when Gi-hun died, I was just in shock that it happened. Like, my heart was like, it went like empty.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I know Korean dramas are vicious. I understand that. I know what we sign up for, But I thought with like it being a Netflix renewal deal, that they might soften some blows a little bit.
Yeah. Make it satisfying to our American sensibilities.
I
Make
mean,
it work out at the end.
This is 100% going to be a divisive finale.
Hundo P.
And there are some things that I'm like, oh God, I need to process some shit. So we need to like talk some stuff out here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Gi-hun's death right off the bat?
I'm absolutely chewing on it as well, because the thing is, one thing I admire about it's an interesting show because there are times in which like a movie thing will happen, or a thing that feels more like, oh, nick of time, or oh, these two circumstances converged in just the right kind of way, and that happens. But a lot of the time they do just kind of take you, in my experience, they'll set up a situation where you, the audience member, are bargaining with it. And given our, sensibility here in America, you're sitting there going, okay, something has to come up to fix this, or to, help our hero skate by, one more time. But also the show will present you those moments and then just give you the conclusion that you kind of feel like is the natural conclusion. And that's an instance of that with Gi-hun. Part of me is like, well, I guess he can't make it through, or he could, but I feel like the ultimate point of what they chose makes a lot of sense, because the whole idea is, we're not horses. We're not just chasing some, arbitrary thing around a track by instinct. We can at least choose within this harsh, horrific, and oppressive system our own destiny to some degree. And after the fight, like, I really liked at least the way they portrayed the scene. He stands there at the edge. He looks into the abyss for a while. He sets the baby down, and then, basically, literally, it to me was sort of like he's just present with his final moments on Earth, and then comes up with the message. Why have I been here after all this? And especially at the end of season 2, going into season 3, after being so demoralized and having my motivations and my philosophical, bedrock kind of shaken and crushed and spat upon by this huge machine. It is impactful. And I think, him kind of realizing, there is no way out of this. There is nothing that's going to save me. I just have to choose the right choice and rise above what everyone in this game is banking on, which is the idea that when the chips are down and life is on the line, you will act selfishly. And I think it's the more I'm just processing it right now, the more I feel like that is an appropriate conclusion for him, because, in America, you would expect like, okay, he's going to finally get to the very end, and then he's going to be the one to blow up the island and make it out, or at least blow it up and have some kind of self-righteous thing. But it's not that, and he just accepts the inevitable and realizes, like, none of us are innocent, but this baby absolutely is.
Yeah.
And, to basically give that chance to the next generation to maybe have something a little bit better, I guess, is kind of the point. But it is like the way it goes down, it's weird. It completely negates any bargaining you're doing in your head. Gives you no kind of line of like, oh man, he could get out of this,
My initial feelings is I don't like it. That's my initial feeling, because of a bunch of stupidity circumstances from the previous episode with the fighting that Bitcoin landed them in, and then with this fight, like if they just had pressed the button.
I know.
Like neither Bitcoin or him were like, you guys know by now, and I get it. It's down to the wire. You're not thinking straight. You guys are both fraud, and your head's all over the place. I understand. It's just like there was one fucking button would have amounted to that. And even for Bitcoin situation, like, dude, if you want to keep your baby, you have to press the button. Even if you were the one, and because no one pressed the button. That's what it's. I don't know. Something about it feels a little contrived to me, and it's one thing to like. I see what you mean about the thematic side of what you're talking about, and like I understand, like especially the sacrifice and driving home the message of it. But when you have like plot things that occur to get to message, that I don't sync well with me. It kind of frustrates me. So that's why I was more just like shocked that it went that way. And then you have like other things like with the Kong Nu Ul number 11.
Yeah.
She saves that guy's life, and you get the wrap up there with him. She gets to bring this guy home, which I guess leads to, Wong finding the island. In some way, it seems like he would have found the island, though. It was right there in his sight.
But...
And then she's like burning down the evidence. Like, but this seems like the evidence is going to burn down anyway because they're going to blow all the shit up. So I start like questioning. So there's like things there that, don't get me wrong, I know I'm only pointing out like things that didn't quite sit well with me.
Sure.
But, like there's so much of the journey I really did enjoy still. Like the fighting with Bitcoin and like his performance there. I even like, as frustrating as he is, I really like the performance that he gave.
Yeah.
And when he's like holding the baby and he doesn't know what to do, when he's thrown between like greed and wants and selfishness versus like the betterment in him, like that you could feel all this like inner conflict going down. So I think he gave a great performance. And then you have Gi-hun. It sucks. It really sucks. I fucking hate it because it sucks because like you follow Gi-hun, he's your main character. He shows up he's the start of this season, and then just amounts to him like giving up his life.
Yeah.
And the first thing I said when he was falling was like, he doesn't even get to see his child. And then so to have that moment at the end, that's what got me. Is like, oh my God, they are bringing it back. The show didn't forget.
Yeah, totally. I was wondering that too. Yeah,
because it's like, is there really like a character arc for Gi-hun here at the end of the day? Sure, he gets like broken down and he sticks to his code and he gets to stick it to Inho in some way.
Yeah, I feel like
and the circumstances of the events, the domino effects did allow for the games to be crumbled, but not really because the games are obviously still persisting in freaking Los Angeles.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess that kind of speaks to human nature in a way. It's like they all kind of go back to doing what they were doing. Noel goes back to searching. What's his name? 246 goes back to caricaturing, and Junho's buddy is already coming up with a new scheme of like, oh, we're gonna turn this hotel into a business.
Oh, then Wong just fucking all season,
all that
the whole season,
all that Junho shit was odd.
Just stretched out from 2 and 3, and then when we finally start getting momentum, it's like, oh. That's life for you. I mean,
that's my bigger complaint.
Like, the show is larger than life. It is a larger than life show. It's a little ridiculous.
Sure.
It's billionaires playing the crazy, most elaborate sets and stage. It's a ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
So to go for like realism at this, like, on this show, I'm like, come on. It does frustrate me. And maybe I'll change I'm processing. I'm talking out my feelings right now.
Yeah.
So maybe by even the end of this conversation, my feelings will change. I just got to be honest with how I'm feeling right now, and how I'm feeling right now is like it is a letdown that it didn't amount to much in the end. Like, he walks away with the money, but I'm like, what is really the point of that though? Of like, okay, he's gonna take care of two. I mean, he gets to be the father of this baby now, and he has all the money in the world, and maybe that was Inho's way of saying, you want to know why I did it? It was for this. Because like he wanted his wife, his child, and now I get to protect the child, and I provide for you, and here you go.
And you, of the two of us, are the good-hearted one who's probably capable at this moment in time of actually raising a child properly.
But there's no like there's no confrontation. They shared the screen for 10 seconds in season 1, and now they share the screen for probably the same amount of time, sort of, this season. It's frustrating. It is like a frustrating thing, and it's one of those things to me where I don't know. I don't want to talk too much.
No.
I get it. It's a subversion, and it's not what you expect. And you got to have like, if you do only what you expect, then it's dull. It's not as exciting. You got to subvert and give the audience something they're not expecting, but it has to be rewarding. And sure, was I expecting to go this way? No. Do I find it rewarding? Not really. You know, I'm more like heartbroken for emotional beats, like with the daughter. Like, I think that's really tragic. I'm glad that she gets to have his belongings and have the money, because that's why he did it. That's why he entered, was for his mom and daughter. Mom died while he was gone, but now he can give to his daughter.
Yeah.
And they established they're living in a shitty LA apartment. Now they don't get to anymore. So yeah, like that's cool to me. I really appreciate that. Inho seems like a changed man as well. Like there's a lot of remorse and regret, and so I think visually they've done a good job there. It's these other things though that I'm having a difficult time acclimating to right now. Even though I think season 3 is much stronger than season 2.
Yeah, no, this was a really strong crop of episodes. The only thing across all of this that is a bone to pick is the Junho stuff. I'd be curious to hear some other opinions on it, because it does seem like the most clearly underutilized, cooked. It's like on the one hand, I'm like, I don't know exactly what you would do, but on the other hand, I don't know. I mean, we've been allotting time to this, and it feels like not a lot more than just the literal experience they're having, which is we're trying to find the island and someone's dicking us around this whole time. And he was such a cool character in the first season, and I guess, I don't know, like maybe it's some kind of statement about how, like, you know, the law can't really touch this or something, or like, you know, there's nothing effective that, you know, the legal means can truly do. But it's weird. Like the actual moments in the moment where he's breaking back in and he's shooting out the screen and the window, and they have that one brief moment in the same airspace together. I liked that scene, but I do agree that, like, I don't know, some kind of confrontation. I'm torn on the actual thing. It's like if the story had been substantial up till this point and Junho's involvement had felt like it was really meaty, then getting to that scene, I could imagine not bothering me. But as it stands here, after everything that his storyline hasn't quite amounted to, then to have it be that ending button, you know, is a little, then disappointing in a separate way. Because we haven't really spent like a big journey with him. Like we've been around with him and there have been some twists and turns, but like we haven't been viscerally in his shoes for some crucial part of this. It seems like a lot of the stuff that happens by the end was going to happen anyway. And the only real reason to get him back to the island is just so that they can have that brief moment of confrontation. And then he gets right back out of there again. So it's the one part of the show. It's like anything else that I think we're sitting here in this moment kind of processing and being like, I don't know if I like that, or maybe I do. It's the one part of the show that doesn't feel as like finely tuned and cooked as everything else does. And it is sort of like it makes it stand out in your mind, because you're like, this is so strange. Clearly the writers and you know, the writer director of the show is capable of elevating any and all plot lines. So why not this one? Or is this what they wanted and I just don't get it?
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I'm all for mean, sad, tragic endings, but it has to feel somehow of some type. Catharsis isn't the right word. It just it can't just be mean and sad for mean and sad's sake. And that's kind of how I feel with some of these choices. They're just mean and sad to be mean and sad.
A bit, yeah. It's like you can get catharsis out of something like that when you know, like, damn, though, that is how the world works, and sometimes the world is bleak. And like with Gi-hun, I can kind of see that, where I'm like, well, you can't really change a system like this as one person confined to its rules that, you know, will change to benefit the system at any moment. So all you can really do is, like, you know, authentically reject it and make every morally upstanding choice that you can in whatever situation you immediately find yourself in, and that's all you can rely on. And I appreciate what that is saying, as much as you want it to be like, nah, he's taking the whole thing down. That's what we came here to do, and he did it. And like, yeah, this version gets taken down. Another one takes its place. Another 10 take its place. Another 10 have already probably been out there already.
Yeah.
So, you know, I get that part. But this, it is definitely not like the explosive ending. And while it does feel like an appropriate place to stop doing Korean Squid Game, it does feel like the continuum of this continues, you know, it wages on.
Yeah. Well, it's
not conclusive that way.
Okay. Sorry. There's this ant here that appeared, and it really distracted the hell out of me for more reasons than I will let you guys know.
I've got some ant hotels to lay down. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. What was okay? So they do the 6 month later time jump.
Yeah.
Now in number 11, I like that she found a semblance of contentment. You know, like there's an acceptance to everything. Like she didn't get to save her daughter, but she gets to save this guy and this girl. You know.
Yeah.
And she does seem like at peace. In fact, if anyone seems like they actually had an arc, it was her. And Junho, I don't know, is like, I guess they're trying to say too that somehow because he seems like at peace too. You know, he doesn't seem like obsessed guy anymore with his brother. He seems like he's just let it all go.
Your brother made his choices, and you should just live your own life, I guess. And then Gi-hun isn't so much an arc as it is like a complete deconstruction, demolishing of his motivation, and then resolidification of said motivation.
Yeah. And so I mean, and then I'm actually not bothered with. I feel like some people will be bothered. I don't mind that we don't know if her daughter's alive or not because it seems like she was on. Feeling more happy and content, and like you kind of end on a hopeful note there. So it seems like her daughter's alive. Yeah. I'd like to believe, and it seems like they're letting the audience choose whether or not she's alive, even though a lot of signs point to that she is. And so I like that it ends on a hopeful note for her. Why does she get the hopeful note? She was like the sniper person, sniping people down, you know? Yeah. Sure, she saves these two people. She's like sniping down people. Anyway.
Well, and she's the most, I think,
But she's a great actor, though. I'll say. I thought she was really great to watch.
Well, and an interesting plot, too, because I feel like of all the characters and all the plot lines from an intentional standpoint, you know, Noel's story feels the most like it's letting you feel and interpret rather than telling you much. Because you get the details of her life, but she's doing a lot that feels like kind of spontaneously motivated or out of a place of being lost and desperate and, you know, trying to, it's weird. It's like she comes in and she does like act against the system and moves through it, but she's not even completely just doing that, and she's helping at least this one guy who she recognizes from the outside who has, you know, some kind of, you know, connection similar to the one that she is grieving and desperately attempting to find her way back to. And there's a lot of, I think, it's the plot line I'm most curious to revisit the show for in terms of like re-experiencing and like extrapolating more out of it, because there are times where you're watching her throughout the show and you're sort of like watching a person behave and make choices rather than you're like, I'm on a linear plot motivation or something like that, which I think is very interesting. And I think in her case is a more, it's one of those things that feels intentional. So I'm willing to embrace it for right now. In that way of like, I feel like this of all plot lines is not meant to be as like in your face, linear, clearly cut.
Yeah.
And I like that it has place for that. And yeah, her performance is terrific. And yeah, even though she's not like sunshine at the end, there it is a change that has set in and that you feel, and you feel like, yeah, in being somebody who has escaped from, you know, a cut off part of the world that has its own rules forced upon people, I could see how just finding your place into your way into another similar apparatus and just wreaking havoc inside that apparatus in order to damage it, you know, in a transitory way, you know, soothes that motivation.
Yeah.
And she's taking, this military training she's been subject to, and she's turning it around on, you know, a system of oppression.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I really appreciate that of all the characters to be rewarded, you know, she in some ways has had a particularly harsh road journey backstory. And I'm, you know, I am soothed to know she makes it and has the actual hope at the end, even though, you know, she's one of the characters in the show we've spent less time with.
Yeah, I think now that we've talked about it a little bit more, I think part of what the Gi-hun's death, I think, does, though, affect is it clearly changes Inho.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever that might be. Clearly he's still working for them, working with them, but you can see that he's a changed man in some way.
He seems at least to be
doubts and regrets,
chewing on everything he thought he had decided up till now.
Yeah, because he was trying to shape Gi-hun to be like him and go down the path he went, and he couldn't do that.
Yeah,
and now he seems like truly affected by that. Even when he's looking at them playing the games, you can see he's kind of like in conflict about it.
Yeah,
and it's also a cool mirror to Gi-hun's ending note in season 1 when Gi-hun sees that happening. So I get the mirroring.
Yeah,
like
well, and season 1 ending with a player going, you know what, I have not earned my life coming out of here. I'm going to accept the end for myself, and then in this way, it's him all alone accepting and sacrificing himself in not the same way Sang-woo did, but in a way that I think echoes off of that at least.
Yeah. So there's like aspects for sure that I am starting to grow on me in terms of like intentionality of what they were going for.
Yeah.
And the season overall has like the theme of greed is obviously a big part of Squid Game, and they like quadruple down on it in this one. And watching right down to the final Squid Game, how the greed just blinds you and makes you make stupid choices too along the way.
Yeah,
and then even ending on this thing where you can't. It seems like it's impossible to defeat the system, and that even with people who are trying to defeat the system, like Junho, he'll still accept the money when it comes his way.
Yeah.
Things like that. So I liked some of the conflict about it. At least it's a debate, and is a debate in the conversation the one that we will certainly be like, all right, cool. Boop. But like how the show ends with a lot of ambiguity and which path do we go? Even with Junho, like what will he do with the money? Will he accept it? That is how I think we end our review. I'm not 100% sure where I feel in a lot of this. There are things I'm like, I am not a fan of that right now. And there are things I am a fan of. And I've explained all my gray areas of it, but it's in terms to be like, definitely this, definitely that. Much like the ending of this whole finale episode of definitely not, there's no definites in a lot of ways, I kind of feel like that. I do think it still could have been a little bit stronger, and I think there are some contrivances, but I'm trying to see the intentionality here, and I still like the season a lot overall. I still prefer it over season 2.
Yeah,
and I think it's great. I think it elevates season 2, and the episodes 1 through 5 we gave like pretty much like 98% like ratio review on that. So that's where we're at right now. But in terms of the finale, I will end it on. I want to give like a finite answer, but I truthfully don't have one.
Sometimes
there's
you don't.
Some shit that I'm currently in this moment don't like, and maybe upon reflecting, I'll be like, oh, you know what? Now that I figured it out, I should have said this. That's the thing when you do reaction reviews. You don't get time to drive home or wait a while and make notes.
Or discuss it with a few other people and see what everyone
how you feel
else is saying.
and formulate your thoughts. You're figuring out
digest
the
it
moment.
over time.
Well,
and it's a good reminder that every opinion about art, especially, is always an alive, ever-changing thing, and you're not necessarily supposed to know 100% of your feelings the second a thing ends. And I'm okay with that.
What else about you? Want to say any last words for Squid Game?
Man, this has been there's definitely stuff to chew on. There's stuff that I'm curious to see how I will process over the coming days now that we're done. But there was so much across all of this from seasons 1 to 3 that have been very masterful and very striking, very sometimes fun and twisted, sometimes impacting and, contemplative, and sometimes very harsh. And it's been quite a ride. And even though I'm still assessing what level of catharsis I feel, I definitely feel some kind of catharsis from having gone through all of this, and some kind of, impact from the questions the show wants to ask. So, and I do appreciate
I feel like catharsis that we completed a midnight shoot.
Kind of, yeah. yeah, exactly. That catharsis of just like, woo, we've gone through a marathon and here we are. But yeah, this has been substantial. There's been a lot of great work, and I do value and cherish the time that we have spent, and, I admire what they've achieved, and I like that there is a bit of strange orneriness at the very end with the whole Tilda Swinton thing. Or Cate Blanchett thing.
Now it's going to become the thing it was commentating on. The spin-offs.
Yeah.
Netflix is going to go, how do we turn more money out of this?
What was it called? Squid Game, the competition or whatever?
Squid Game LA, baby.
Yeah,
let's go.
Squid Game New York, Squid Game London, Squid Game friggin' where else in the world? Jaipur, Squid Game Jakarta, Squid Game Colombia.
What American games would there be?
Oh, man. Let's see. Baseball, American football.
It's just be a bunch of sports.
This is ESPN.
Golf. Yeah.
Yeah, golf.
American kid games, though.
Cornhole.
I mean,
maybe.
they do play those games as kids.
Hopscotch.
There's the one with you jump on the triangle, the square.
Foursquare.
Boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop.
The
handball.
hopscotch.
The hopscotch. The handball.
One of those, the clappy games that, comes with a nursery rhyme. Yeah.
There's going to be some great television.
Doing this thing.
Yeah. Thumbs up, heads up, 7 up.
Heads up, 7 up.
I declare a thumb war.
Oh, a thumb war, definitely in Squid Game.
Yeah.
You have a thumb war, but with tacks at the ends of your fingers, at the ends of your thumbs.
I can't wait.
Stabbing each other.
I can't wait for LA Squid Game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good
Christ.
one, man. It's going to be great.
Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us on this journey. Thanks for letting us be honest. And leave your honest thoughts down below. Like it, hate it. What didn't you like? What did you like? Please just be honest. That's all we ask for. It's all we ask for. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you soon, Reject Nation. Thanks for joining us.
Don't be a horse.